Hey everyone, so today's video I think is super fun. It's gonna be brands I think you should try. They might be brands that you've heard of, but maybe you haven't seen very many reviews on, or maybe it's brands that you've seen on Instagram or in someone else's videos and you're like, well, I really don't know if that's for me or not, or like you might have just seen it in a haul, didn't really get a review. Or it could be possibly brands you've never even heard of, which is even better because that means this video will be even more like ooh for you. I am testing out some new lights and so let me know how you guys like this. I think it's a little bright, but it's not like it doesn't make me shiny, because usually when I use a ring light I feel like it makes my skin look really shiny, whereas with this I feel like you can see a glow, but it's not like something too crazy. Okay, so the first brand I want to talk to you guys about is available at Sephora and it's called Chosungah, I think that's how you pronounce it, Chosungah 22, and it is a Korean brand. The first thing I'm going to share with you is their Jello color kit. This is what it looks like, super cute packaging. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so this is what the shadows look like, and as you can see they have like a very like jello-y, cushiony texture. The thing is, you might say these are similar to ColourPop eyeshadows, and they are in that they kind of feel the same, but these, once you press your finger into them, it kind of like comes back up, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously with more use, the divot will kind of stay there and it'll be deeper for longer, but these shadows are, I feel like the finish is very different from the ColourPop. ColourPop shadows, I find, I love them, I have a ton, but these I think are a little more high-end feeling. Let me show you swatches. In this kit you get, I think, 3 matte shades and 3 shimmery ones. This is a matte brow bone highlight, which is super gorgeous. And then you have this kind of pink color, which is just like kind of pure shimmer, but it's very, very light and the particles are really tiny. This is like a shade, a peachy color that you can use in your crease. You can also use it as a cream blush and it looks super gorgeous. And then you have 2 shimmery shades. I have this one all over the lid, all under the lash line. This is the only shadow I have on like pretty much everywhere today. And then you get a little closer so you can see kind of how soft the colors are. I feel like if you love ColourPop eyeshadows, but I feel like if you're someone that like kind of wanted to try ColourPop eyeshadows, but you saw swatches and you thought it was too much, or you have tried them and you're like, it's okay for like certain occasions, but you want like that kind of in between, I would say that this is like a really good buy. When you use these, I think they're best applied with your fingers, just like most kind of like cushiony, soft shadows. But then to blend out, definitely go for a synthetic brush. And that is what I did today. This shade right here is pretty much the shade I have all over my lid. And I really like it. I think it's really pretty. I have it from all the way from the lid all the way up here, and then I have it all in the lower lash line, and that's all I have. And then I think I moved a little bit of that matte peach into the crease, but I didn't do too much with my eyeshadow today. I think it looks really pretty. Ooh. And the staying power is really good on these. So I'm a big fan. This might not be for everyone. I think this is definitely, if you are really into buying like high-end eyeshadows, like luxury eyeshadows, where you're like, it's not about having crazy pigment, it's not about having like, you know, that, even though the packaging is a little misleading because it looks like super fun, but I think that the shadows are extremely sophisticated. That sounded so pretentious, like so sophisticated. Anyway, the next thing from the same brand is a foundation. I saw this on Sephora and was really intrigued, and I picked it up and I love it. I don't have it on today because it's like around 60 some degrees today, so it's a very, very moisturizing foundation. It is a dual chamber foundation. So you take the pop off. You pop the pop off. You pop the top off. All right, there we go. You have 2 little pumps. If you twist it one way, you get some foundation. If you twist it the other way, you get like a bit of a serum. So you can get a close up there. The serum is completely clear, but I've just obviously been mixing the 2. Mine is in the shade Natural. I think it's fairly medium shade, and I'm an NC25. This is a perfect match for me. And the thing is, you're like, okay, how do I know how much foundation I have left? On the bottom, you can see both of the chambers. So there's, you know that you're getting like a really good amount of product. You get a full chamber of foundation and a full chamber of the serum. So typically we find that you get 1 fluid ounce in a foundation. So you're getting 0.88 ounces of the foundation and 0.88 ounces of the serum. Both of these things function beautifully together. I don't find that the serum really takes away that much pigment from the foundation. So the bottom is the foundation alone, and the top is 50-50, like half the foundation, half the serum. So you can see like it does sheer it out and give it a little bit more of a glow, but you don't lose that much pigment. For those of you with dry skin, you will love this foundation because both of the products I feel like are so luxurious and so well formulated. You can use the foundation alone and you'll get like a really beautiful medium coverage. You can use the serum alone as like part of your skincare routine. I just find that it's just one of those really great products for people with dry skin. If you are someone that suffers from dry skin and you just need something that you can adjust every day, you can take the serum because it's so moisturizing and mix it with other foundations. This is an excellent buy. I am so in love with this and I'm really excited to try other items from this brand. Next up, I'm going to talk about a foundation that I have on my face. This is by Doll 10. It is the Hydra Fluid Foundation Drops and it has super cute packaging. It has like a little dropper. I know a lot of people don't like droppers, but I don't know. I don't feel one way or another about them. I can see how it can be an issue once you get kind of lower, when you have like less foundation and it becomes difficult to kind of ooh, shedding everywhere in my hair. It can be difficult to retrieve foundation at the base. For now, it's okay. I think that over time you'll have to end up storing all of these droppers upside down so you can get your foundation. But I love this foundation. When I first started using it, I was putting it in a cushion compact like I do with a lot of foundations. So this is like a cushion. This one's by Misha and you can buy refillable empty ones. So whenever I'm using foundation, like say I'm using a very thick foundation or a very full coverage foundation and I really don't want that look, I'll just pop it in here and I'll take my beauty blender and go to town. So DIY cushion, not difficult. If you guys want a video on this, let me know. So this is the foundation I have on my face and let me see. I know I should be zooming, but I'm so manual. I feel like when I get closer, you get like a better look. So it's what you see, the glow here is a separate product I'm going to share with you, but I love the way this foundation looks. This foundation lasts a really long time. It creates an extremely beautiful finish. I feel like these lights are taking my eyebrows away, are they? Kind of, sort of. I picked up my Doll 10 foundation from QVC and I think if you buy it on the website, I think it's around, is it like at the $36 mark, something like that. I will list, obviously, as usual, everything down below. I bought mine off of QVC and I got it with this brush. The brush applies it beautifully. So I just take this and it's a kind of a thick foundation. So, you know, typically when you see dropper foundations, it's like a very liquidy, runny foundation. This is not. You need one drop, like one, even a pea size, I think might be too much depending on how much coverage you want. It's extremely buildable. You can build it to full coverage. I always just do like one layer and I'm pretty good to go. And then this brush applies it really nicely. Surprisingly, because I feel like for such a kind of thicker foundation, it doesn't look like foundation on your face. Like it looks just like really pretty. So while I love this brush and I do use it pretty often with this foundation and other liquid foundations, I always go in with a beauty blender regardless of whatever tools I've used previous. I'll always go with a beauty blender and just kind of, you know, tap it all over just to kind of give that very even look. I'm gonna give you guys a drop of this so you can see how it's like, it doesn't really move. So there's a swatch of that foundation. Like, it's pretty stationary. It's a pretty thick formula. It might run over time, obviously from the warmth of my hand, but it is a really nice thing. It feels so lightweight for something that gives you such a decent amount of coverage. So while I think the Chosungah foundation, I feel like I'm so horribly butchering that. If any of you guys speak Korean, please tell me how you pronounce that word. But this is a foundation that I think everyone can try, whereas with the other one, I think it's really, it's a dry skin foundation. Like anything that's not dry skin should not try that. Whereas with this, I think everyone should be trying this because I think it just gives, it's a very kind of, I would say it's a satin finish. And if you want it to be glowy, definitely just put like a different primer underneath. But the Doll 10 foundation is easily one of my favorite foundations, definitely in my top 10, top 5, depending on what brands we're talking about. The next brand I want to talk about is called Galini Cosmetics. I think that's how you pronounce it. It sounds very French, but the products are made in the US. These two items I picked up, they were in our goodie bags for Generation Beauty. The first one is a gloss, and this is in the shade Frisson. It's called the Lucite Lips. And when we first got it, I was like, oh, you know, that color is really beautiful, but it might not be an everyday color for me because it's so pigmented. Like, it looks so deep, but it is so beautiful. It is, I guess I should have read because it said Lucite Lips, so it kind of mimics kind of like, you know, really beautiful Lucite, that like effect that Lucite has. So there's a swatch of Frisson, and I think it is so pretty. It looks gorgeous on the lips. I know everyone right now is obsessed with matte lips, and I've dabbled and I'm enjoying and trying out matte lipsticks to try to figure out which ones I think are really great, like matte lipsticks and matte liquid lipsticks. Eventually you'll see a video, but I'm like really, like I've jumped on that bandwagon, like really, like I'm hanging on, like it's gone and I'm like hanging on real tight. But you will get a video eventually on that. This, so pretty. I really kind of want us to just come back to like normal looking makeup. Like I can't stress that enough. There are beautiful pictures of makeup on Instagram, but I just feel like you want to look, you just want to look pretty, you know, you want to look beautiful, you want to look like an amped up version of yourself, not like someone else or something else, or I don't know. It's kind of like, I just want everyone to look like the red carpet. Like I just want everyone to look pretty. So you know what I'm saying? Am I asking for too much? Anyway, love this. So, so gorgeous. And the next thing is a lipstick. It's in the shade Rust. Also, we should take a moment for the packaging because their packaging is stunning and it's super, super luxe feeling. I don't know how to explain to you, but like this is weighty and this is weighty, but not in a heavy, heavy way. You're like, oh, I don't want to carry that in my purse. It's just, it feels luxurious. This is in the shade Rust. I'm really lucky in that both of the colors that were in my goodie bags are colors I like. Like this one was in the New York bag and this one was in my LA bag. And look at this shade. How stunning. Oh, I wore this yesterday. Did I? It was in a vlog. I actually have the Chosungah foundation on in a couple of vlogs and this lipstick on in the vlog that I had edited yesterday. It's not uploaded yet, but I'll link them below and be really specific so you guys can see what they look like. But this is a cream finish and it's beautiful. I love it. For a cream lipstick, it wears so well. Like I put this on and I was surprised at how long it lasted. Maybe because I've been testing out like matte lips for so long that when I applied this I was like, oh, so nice, so comfortable. It was stunning. These two products I love. I haven't tried anything else from them, but I'm so happy that I have been exposed to them through, you know, going to Generation Beauty. So super, super love here. Next up, I'm gonna share a brush brand with you guys. It's called Luxy Beauty. If you are on Instagram, you've probably seen these brushes, or maybe not. I mean, it really depends. Are you ever, I'm always amazed at how like sometimes I'll be like browsing YouTube and I'll find someone that I've never heard of and they'll have like 500,000 subscribers and you're like, how have I never heard of this person? Same thing with Instagram. You'll be like, oh, I've never even heard of that brand before, but then they have a huge following. So the world is filled with tons of options in terms of who to watch, what to buy, etc, etc. So I had seen these brushes before because there's some girls that I follow on there that use these brushes, but I personally had never bought them. And I was just kind of like, oh, it's just another brush brand, right? These are amazing. I will obviously go through and tell you which ones were given to me and which ones I bought. So this brush is called the 229 Tapered Blending. And this is what it looks like. When I saw this, I was so excited. This was in our LA Generation Beauty bag. Because if you have smaller eyes, when you see a brush like this, you get really excited because it's a smaller, denser blending brush and it works beautifully. When I got this, I was using it like obsessively. And sometimes I would even use it to contour my nose a little. The thing is, it's a little dense, so even after I contour the nose or shape it a little, I still have to blend it out. This is the Luxie 512 small contouring brush, and this is another brush I use some of these are dirty because I mean, they're in my rotation. This is a contouring brush. It works beautifully. If you also want to be more specific about your bronzer, it's also an excellent brush. They're all soft, they wear well, they wash well, and I just really like this brand, and the brush prices are comparable to any other brands that you see out there. This next one is the Luxie 504. It's the large angled brush. This one I got in a glossy box. I was really surprised and excited. I did film a haul within a vlog when I was opening kind of like packages, and a glossy box was one of them. So this one is much newer to my collection, so I haven't tested it out that much. I've only kind of used it as a setting powder brush to get powder in here and like press it into here, but it's worked out beautifully. And I feel like powders also are getting better, so like you can get a much more beautiful finish regardless kind of in general of what powders you use. This brush is not super dense at the top, so you can really kind of brush off product if you bake. I don't bake, I haven't tried it yet, maybe I will. So within our kind of goodie bags, they had a coupon code for if you wanted to make a purchase off of the Luxy Beauty website. So You know, at first I was like, oh, that's so nice of them. But then they came out with these two brushes and I was like, oh, I need these two brushes. This is the tapered highlighter. It's a Luxie 522 and it looks like this. I'm such a sucker for any brushes that look like this. So you can use this to highlight, you can use this to contour, you can use this to bronze, you can use this to set your under eyes. I love brushes like this, and this one does not fail me at all. I love it so, so much. And because of the way, I think because of the density and how soft it is, just the combination and the balance of the two, you can use it with creams and powders. This brush is the Pro Precision Tapered. It's the 640, and it comes with its own little brush guard, which I really appreciate because it's a very, very soft, like kind of really, I don't know how to this kind of reminded me of one of the Wayne Goss brushes, which I have and I really like, but his is a little shorter. This one is much more dense and tiny at the bottom, and then it really just diffuses out into this really soft, I don't even know what to call it. Is it like a bunny, like a little cottontail? Oh my god, it's so nice. So at first I was like, oh, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of like the beauty of the brush that drew me, and it had nothing to do with like, what am I gonna do with it? So I got it, and I really love it for buffing face powder. Like if you want the lightest dusting of powder, this is it. You kind of just, you can just really go all over your entire face. It does not disrupt your makeup whatsoever. If you have dry skin, it does not create that kind of like flaky micro exfoliating effect. It is stunning. Also, I guess a lot of people would obviously enjoy this for baking. If you bake, you can really get off all the powder, again, without disrupting other parts of your makeup. So needless to say, I mean, you can tell, I love these brushes. I think you should definitely try them. If I can find any coupon codes for any of these brands, I'll definitely list them below for you guys, but super love, super love. Lastly, I want to talk about a brand that I saw on Gilt City. So Gilt City does tons of vouchers all the time. I often buy them for, oh, there was like an amazing Space and K deal one time where it was like 50 for 100, which was super amazing. So this is, I was just kind of browsing the site, and it came up that Winky Lux Cosmetics was on there, and I'm like, I've never heard of them. Super cute name though, definitely the name drew me in. And they were doing great vouchers. It was like 15 for 30, 30 for 60, stuff like that. So I went to the Winky Lux website, and I was just kind of reading about them, and they were in the Huffington Post. They had done a collaboration with Betches. I don't know if you guys follow them on Instagram. They're really sarcastic, really funny. And I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I like what's happening. So I kind of browsed their products, and I was looking at reviews and stuff, and I was like, this is like a really interesting brand. They don't have tons of makeup, like product-wise, but I feel like what they do have was pretty nice. So I grabbed some vouchers, which made it a really good deal, because I think on top of like you can pay 30 bucks and get $60 worth of like a voucher. Sorry, my heat just came on. There was also like a promotion code, like 30% off. So it was like almost like 20 bucks for 60 plus cash. You know how it works out. The first item I'm gonna share with you is their filter powder. And this is what the packaging looks like. How cute is that? But beyond the cuteness of their packaging is the cuteness of their boxes. Like, guys, how beautiful is this box? You know what it reminded me of? If you guys have ever purchased anything from Erin Lauder, I feel like this is what her products look like. Guys, I don't know if I'm feeling this lighting. Is that what you've been thinking the whole time? I've been like watching myself, looking at myself in like the viewfinder, and I'm like, nah, I don't know if I like this lighting. I'm gonna have to work with this. So this is their filter powder, and like I said, I have it in the shade medium. I have it on all over my face today. Now, I feel like my face looks really glowy. So this powder is definitely something that gives off a sheen. I don't know how to explain it, but it is extremely beautiful. I think in person it's more stunning than it is, because on camera I feel like anything that has light, okay, so there's like a strip right here. Can you guys see that? There's like a bit of a glow. So I don't think this powder is for everyone. If you love a glowy look, this is for you. If you have drier skin and you want to still use powder but not have it make you look matte, this is also for you. Next up are what they call their light box, and there's 3 shades, and they're so gorgeous. It's in the same packaging as the powder. This one is called Lit, and this is a white shade. This one is called Radiant Pink, and at first I was like, oh, that is so not a color I would use, but it is stunning. I'm gonna show you guys swatches. Last but not least is this one in Bronze Bombshell. I am obsessed with this color. It is so beautiful. It's such a unique shade, for the lack of a better word. Oh my god. Okay, so there are the swatches. You've got your white, which is Lit, and the center is Bronze Bombshell. How stunning. And then you have Radiant Pink, which isn't really that pink. It actually can go a little peachy depending on your skin tone. Like I'm a little warmer, so I feel like it doesn't go super pink on me. But they are stunning. But again, like the powder, I feel like these highlights, I have the white, the lit down the center of my nose and on my cheekbones today, on top of like, plus the filter powder, so I think I'm looking extra glowy. It is beautiful. I love it. And then I have a bronze bombshell kind of tapped into the center of my lips to kind of, you know, make it a little cool toned. I love these. Like, again, they're great for winter. They're great if you have dry skin. If you are kind of normal to oily, I would recommend using it as a base and then put a powder highlight on top of it to really make it pop. But I love these. They're not for everyone. I feel like they're really balmy. Lastly, I want to talk about their lipsticks. Let's see. Let's cue the applause for how cute the packaging is. They're like little pills. So they had done a collaboration with Betches on Instagram, and they had two lipsticks that came in a little box, which was super cute. So one of them says chill, like a chill pill, and then the other one says the happy pill. So I thought that was really cute. So the first shade I'm going to talk about is called Meow, and this is like your now color. Everyone wears this color, some version of this. It's a very, you know, that Kylie Jenner-ish color. It's a really beautiful color. I love this. It's crazy creamy for a matte lipstick, and they wear really well. I was just surprised. Like, I was testing these brands out before this video for about a couple weeks just so I could get my thoughts together. I feel like I should have worn blush today. I feel like I'm not looking very colorful. It wears so well. You apply it, goes on crazy creamy. Now, the one I have on my lips is called Latte, and this is the shade. This is what it looks like. This is such a me color. Now, this is also matte, but I find that it is a much drier formula. So that's what Latte looks like. When you apply this one on your lips, it feels like there is absolutely nothing. Like, it feels slightly gritty going on. I don't know why, because it's drier, but once you are done applying your lips, it feels like there's nothing on. Like, I feel like there's absolutely nothing on my lips. So there's kind of a close-up view of what Latte looks like, and like I said, I put some of that highlighter, that balm, in the center to give it just a little bit more dimension. The last shade I'm going to share with you is called City, and it's this gorgeous purple. Like, how beautiful is that? So there's a swatch of that one. I haven't worn this one yet, but now that I'm looking at the swatch, I'm like, I need to wear that ASAP. So that is kind of the first brands you should try video. I hope you enjoyed it. I really want to do more of these for you. I feel like sometimes we get lost because of, like, you know, the Too Faced and the Benefit and the Tarte and the Urban Decay, and it's Kat Von D, and it's super exciting. And some of these brands, it's like everyone's struggling, everyone's trying to, like, you know, make it, and they want their products out there. And I feel like, you know, I could make videos on it. I think it's like a really fun idea. So I'm just super happy to like have done this video, and I really hope to do more of these because I want to showcase other brands. Like, there's really great stuff out there. So to kind of kick off like the first video of this series, we're gonna do a little giveaway. So I also received the Galini mascara in Private Jet Black, but obviously it's not waterproof, so I'm not going to use it. So this is a brand new mascara from them, and I'm going to put this in a giveaway. Also, just from Generation Beauty, I've just received so much stuff, and I'm not going to use it for one reason or another, so I'm going to include all these other things as well. So here's a Milani lip gloss in sweet grapefruit, a pair of Ardell lashes in 105, a Pure Minerals eye pencil in chocolate mica, a Essence mascara in I Love Extreme Crazy Volume. Again, this is not waterproof, so I'm not going to use it. A Benefit They're Real. I have way too many of these samples, so this is in the giveaway as well. A little mini Too Faced blush in Your Love Is King. I'm not a big blush wearer, so I'm going to give it to you guys. It's really cute. It has a little heart. A little mini Makeup Forever eye pencil in their black shade. As for skin, I have a cleanser from Pacifica. It's the Kale Detox Deep Cleaning Face Wash. It's for oily and acne prone skin, which is not the skin type that I have. And then lastly is a Belief True Cream Aqua Balm, and I already have a lot of these, so I'm going to give this to you guys. So all you need to do is comment down below and you will be entered, and I hope you enjoyed this video.